Hello students, welcome to today's lesson on metals. What are metals? Metals are elements that lose electrons to form positive ions. Metals have the following properties. They are good conductors of electricity. They are good conductors of heat. They have high densities, melting and boiling points. They are malleable and ductile. Malleability is the property of metal associated with the ability to be hammered or rolled into thin sheet without breaking. Ductility is the property of metal associated with the ability to be stretched into wire without breaking. Now, let's move on to alloys. What are alloys? Alloy is a mixture of metal with one or more elements. Why do we need alloys? Pure metals are soft as the atoms are packed regularly in layers. These layers of atoms can slide over one another easily when a force is applied. Pure metal may react with air and water to corrode easily. Why are alloys stronger and harder than pure metals? In alloy, the atoms of the metals and elements have different sizes, which disrupt the regular arrangement. The atoms of different sizes cannot slide over each other easily when a force is applied. As a result, an alloy is stronger and harder than pure metal. Now, let's look at the reactivity series of metals. In reactivity series, metals are arranged from the most reactive to the least reactive. So over here, we have the list of metals arranged in the most reactive, which is potassium, and the least reactive, which is gold. So how do we remember the reactivity series? We look at the first alphabet of the metals and the sentence over here. Please stop calling me a crazy zebra. I like to be called sexy giraffe. Where P is potassium, S is sodium, C is calcium, M is magnesium, A is aluminium, C is carbon, Z is zinc, I is iron, L is lead, C is copper, S is silver, and G is gold. Let us to continue to look at the reactivity series. First, we look at the reactivity of metals with cold water. So potassium reacts very violently with cold water to form potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Sodium will react violently to form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Calcium reacts readily with cold water to form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Magnesium reacts very slowly with cold water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Zinc, iron, lead, copper and silver has no reaction with cold water. Next, we look at the reaction with steam. Potassium, sodium, calcium reacts explosively with steam. This reaction should not be carried out in school. Magnesium reacts violently with steam to form magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. Zinc reacts readily with steam to form zinc oxide and hydrogen gas. Iron reacts slowly with steam to form iron oxide and hydrogen gas. Lead, copper, and silver has no reaction with steam. Lastly, we look at the reaction of metal with hydrochloric acid. Potassium, sodium reacts explosively with hydrochloric acid, and this reaction should not be carried out in school. Calcium reacts violently to produce salt and hydrogen gas. Magnesium reacts rapidly to produce salt and hydrogen gas. Zinc reacts moderately fast to produce salt and hydrogen gas. Iron reacts slowly with hydrochloric acid to produce salt and hydrogen gas. Lead, copper, and silver do not react with hydrochloric acid. So over here is a summary table of the reaction of metals with cold water, steam, and hydrochloric acid. You need to take note of the rate of reaction of the metals. Next, we move on to the extraction of metals. Metals high up in the reactivity series are more reactive than carbon. Thus, their metals are difficult to be broken down. This metal can be extracted by electrolysis process. Metals that are less reactive than carbon can be readily extracted by reducing their oxide with carbon. Gold is often found naturally as it is unreactive. Let us look at the extraction of iron in details. Iron can be extracted from hematite. Hematite is an iron ore which contains iron 3 oxide mixed with impurities such as sand and clay, and iron is extracted from hematite in blast furnace. There are 5 reactions to take note. First, carbon in coke burns in blast furnace to produce carbon dioxide gas. Second, carbon dioxide gas rises up and reacts with more coke to form carbon monoxide gas. Third, carbon monoxide reduces iron 3 oxide in hematite to form iron, and the molten iron runs to the bottom and can be tapped off easily. Fourth, limestone is decomposed by heat to form carbon dioxide and calcium oxide. Calcium oxide reacts with silicon dioxide to form molten slag. Next, we look at the rusting of metals. Metal rusts in the presence of air and water. There are 3 ways to prevent rust. First is to use protective layers such as electroplating. Second is the use of sacrificial metal. And third is the use of alloy, such as stainless steel. We have come to the end of our topic on metals. Hope you learned something today. See you next time. Thank you.